Sorry for the late, guys. Just setting up the things. Sorry for the late, guys. Just setting up the things. You're able to see my screen, right? Please confirm.
Yes.
Okay. So before jumping into the sessions, I just want to tell you one thing, guys. This is a complete SQL DBA with Azure SQL DBA. Okay. Uh, in case if you are looking for only Azure SQL DBA, just ping me. There is a different link for that. Okay, so that you have to join in the evening for Azure SQL DBA classes. Only for Azure SQL DBA classes, I'm saying. Okay, from the scratch, like SQL with Azure SQL DBA, that we are going to start now. Okay, clear? Any questions, doubts on this before jumping into the sessions? Right, okay, fine. So, and it's not like a rules kind of thing. Let me record this session. Yeah, it's not a rules kind of thing, just few things that we have to follow. For every batch, we'll discuss these things. Okay. Uh, just uh, before jumping into the sessions, in case if you're joining from any other devices like mobile phones, sometimes it will take the device name. Okay, so instead of your name, it will take the device names. So in case if it is taking the device names, okay, and if you don't know like how to rename, or just check your device name once, like whether it is showing your name or device name, because if you join from device names, I cannot recognize who are joining. So that is the reason. In case if you are joining from device names, just ping me once. I'll also monitor, and just ping me once. I'll rename it for you. Okay. Sometimes like admin V64, Apple iPhone, like that with the device names, people will join. So we cannot identify who is actually joining and all. That is one thing. So in case if you are joining from the device names, okay, I'll rename it for you. Just let me know. First thing. Second thumb rule is uh, please be muted if you don't have any questions. And it's not like there is a separate Q&A session will be there. Nothing like that. So whenever and wherever you have the doubts, just immediately stop me. I'll help you. Okay. There will be no separate Q&A session. Of course, at the end, I'll ask any questions, but don't keep your doubts in your brain, okay, till the end of the session. If you feel you are, okay, missing something, or you are not able to understand the things, immediately stop me, and you can ask the doubts. So if you don't have questions, please be in mute. And if you have questions, you can just unmute immediately and you can ask the questions, guys. Don't hesitate to ask the questions. Okay, so we are here to learn. So everyone are there for the learning purpose. Okay, so don't hesitate. Maybe you might know one little thing extra. Okay, when compared to you. So don't worry at all. So don't hesitate to ask the questions, whatever you have, whether it is a silly question, simple question, whatever. Okay, don't worry about the topic, not outside the topic. You can ask the doubts. You can stop me and you can ask the doubts. Don't hesitate to ask the doubts. First, second thing. And third thing is like for every batch, we'll discuss these things. This is very, very important. Okay. I don't want the sessions, okay, to be like a broadcasting kind of thing. Like I'm keep on talking, and sometimes you might be connected, sometimes you might be disconnected. Okay. So I want every session to be an interactive. There are a lot of advantages. Okay. Why I am asking this to be interactive? Because most of the people, 70 to 80 percentage people might work in different sectors, different fields, different technologies, different domains. Okay. So when we are jumping into this SQL DBA, okay, if you are not interactive, if you are not opening your mouth, Vihan, any questions, Vihan? Vihan, any questions? If no
No,
questions,
no, no. I am Bhagya.
oh,
Session.
Bhagya. Okay,
Uh,
okay. That's fine. That's fine. If you don't have questions, you can be on mute.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me rename it. Bhagya, right? Okay. Yeah. So please be interactive, guys. When you are opening your mouth, believe me, every session I'll tell, maybe initially two, three people will follow. At the end, no one will follow. Even when I'm asking, are you getting or not, people will not open your mouth. Okay. So please be interactive. When you are interactive, when you are keep asking the questions, because of course, most of the people has to put some fake experience, right? 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, depends upon their gap. So on a regular basis, we'll connect in the meetings, stand-up meetings will be there, issues related meetings will be there, on-call related meetings will be there, handover related meetings will be there. Okay. So if you are not opening your mouth in this limited participants group, in the organization, you have to talk in front of leads, you have to talk in front of managers, you have to talk in front of the team. Every day you have to talk, every day you have to give the status updates. So suddenly you cannot talk, guys. Okay, please habituate from the day one onwards. Okay, please be interactive. Please open your mouth. If you are getting the point, yes, I'm getting. If you are not getting the point, Shanmugha, I'm not getting. Please help me to understand. So please be interactive again and again. I'm saying please be interactive, guys. If you are like making a habit from the day one onwards, by that time, maybe after 3 months or 4 months, at least you will be comfortable, okay, in talking like in the group and all. So that is my main request, guys. Please, again, I'm asking, please be interactive. If I'm asking anything, at least right or wrong, don't hesitate. Right or wrong, just tell the answer. I am not expecting the right answers. I'm just expecting an answer. It can be right, it can be wrong. Okay, so this is very, very important. Again, please make the sessions interactive, guys. Okay, so with all these three notes, so what we can do, we can directly jump into the sessions. Okay, so now tell me, we are here to learn SQL DBA, correct? So what is meant by SQL DBA? What is SQL Server? What is a database? What is server? Just let's go with the SQL Server definition. Okay. So what is meant by SQL Server, guys? Can anyone tell me what is meant by SQL? Right or wrong? Again, okay. Don't hesitate. Just right or wrong, whatever it is. Just what is meant by SQL Server? What is a SQL Server, guys?
It is database software which help
Very
to
good.
process the data and
Very good.
store the data.
Okay. Nice.
And yeah,
Nice. Yeah, it's a database software which helps to process the data. Good. What about others?
It's a database software where we can write queries and commands.
Okay. Good. Next. Next, guys. Just try it.
It's a database software we can use to store the data and process the data, and you can manage the data.
Okay. Very good.
Is one of the database software which is used to process the data, retrieve the data, and process.
Okay. Process and retrieve the data. Good. Nice, guys. Good, good, good. Okay. So let me open the notes. Okay. So this is like whatever you can see now. This is just a running notes, guys. Okay. You can see. Okay. So while discussing the topics in the class, I'm going to type it sometimes. Okay. But again, this is just a running notes. Okay. Separate notes will be provided to you. So where you have all the content. So just for the reference purpose and all, you can use this notes. Okay. This is batch 60. Yours is batch 60. Batch 60 running notes. Right. SQL Server definition. What is SQL Server, guys? SQL Server, simple definition I'll tell you. So what is SQL Server? You will get to know at the end of the course. Okay, what is SQL Server, what it will do, what exactly it will do. So everything will get to know at the end of the, class means the course. At the end of the course, you'll get to know what SQL Server will do actually. So as of now, SQL Server is basically, okay, SQL Server is basically a database software, guys. Okay, a database software. So using this SQL Server, what we can do, we can store the data, to process the data, and to retrieve the data. Using the SQL Server, what we can do, guys, we can store the data, we can process the data, and we can retrieve the data. Correct? We can store, process, and retrieve the data. So what is meant by data? First of all, tell me, guys, what is a data? What is the data, guys? Simple questions I'm asking again, not technical. Shanmukh, I'm not from technical background. Most of the people are from non-technical background only. Okay. This is nowhere related to the technical and non-technical background. Whatever questions I'm asking, nowhere related to technical and non-technical background. In the technical background also, they don't teach what is data and all. Okay. Normal, we are daily processing lot of data, right? So what is meant by data?
Information.
Sorry?
Information.
Information, very good. So data and information both are same, or is there any difference between data and information?
It's like data is like fact, meaningful information.
Very good. Okay. So what is meant by data? Data is nothing but a raw facts and figures, guys. Data is nothing but data is nothing but raw facts and figures. Okay, data is nothing but raw facts and figures. If you process the data, okay, if you process the data, then it will be information. The processed data we can call it as an information. Okay, the processed data we can call it as an information. So whatever raw facts and figures are there, that is just a data. Data will always be in the raw format. Okay, data will always be in the raw format, guys. When you process that particular data using different tools, that will become an information. I used a word called when you process the data using different dash, different dash, using different tools, then the data will be converted into information. In that, one of the tool is called SQL Server. Okay. So using SQL Server, what you can do? You can store the data, you can process the data, you can retrieve the data. Using SQL Server, what you can do? You can store, process, and retrieve the data. So SQL Server is a database software. Generally, people will tell an RDBMS software. What is an RDBMS will be discussed. Don't worry. We'll slowly we'll go with the basics. Okay, SQL Server is a database software. So database means what? It's a container where we will store the data. So what is meant by data? Raw facts and figures. Just raw facts and figures will not help us out, guys. If you see here, the raw data, 10,000 Mahesh IT and KR Puram ABC apartments. Are you able to understand anything using these values and facts? Are you able to
No.
understand anything, guys?
No.
No. Maybe if you see individually, maybe you can understand Mahesh is a name, right? IT, don't know what is IT. Maybe KR Puram, if you are there in Bangalore, if you are from Bangalore, maybe you might get to know KR Puram is a area name. Okay, ABC apartments. Maybe if you see individually, you can understand what is 10,000, you don't know. What is 10,000, you don't know. What is IT, you don't know. Maybe. Okay, maybe if you are from different city or different state or different country, what is this KRpuram apartments, ABC apartments? Maybe ABC apartments, you know the building name, right? These are just raw facts and figures. Okay, these are just raw facts and figures. By processing this, what we can do, we can achieve the information. See, this is the information. I just added one employee ID, and how I processed, by adding some attributes. Attributes nothing but just a meaning. Don't worry, it's not a separate definition and all. Attributes are nothing but just a meaning I'm adding. So I just added an attribute employee ID and employee name Mahesh, department IT, and his address is ABC Apartments, KRpuram, and I just added an attribute of salary which is 10,000. Here if you see just 10,000, you don't know what is the 10,000. But if you see now, you will get to know 10,000 is the salary. So I am processing this data into information by adding some attributes. I am processing that data into information by adding some attributes. That is called data processing, guys. That we can achieve using SQL Server. That we can achieve using SQL Server. So this is the a basic definition of the SQL Server. What SQL Server will do is SQL Server will help to process the data into the information by adding some attributes. So SQL Server will be used to store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data. SQL Server will be used. It's a database software. By using this database software, we can store, we can process, and we can retrieve the data. So that is the basic definition of the SQL Server. Whereas data is nothing but raw facts and figures. You can say it's a data. And by adding some attributes to the data, we'll get the meaning. Okay, so that will be done by the SQL Server. That will be done by the SQL Server, guys. If you see here, okay, snipping tool, new, and right now, by just looking at these numbers, can you understand anything, guys? Anything you're able to understand?
No.
No, not at all, right? 51, 77, 58, 82, 64, 70. You cannot understand what are these numbers and all. But what I did is like I just added an attribute. Okay. So what is the attribute? Context. Okay. I just added a context to these numbers. What are those numbers? Test scores achieved by the students. Okay. Now you get to know these are the test scores achieved by the students, guys. Okay. Now you get to know these are the test scores achieved by the students. So when you know that these are the test scores achieved by the students, immediately what comes in your mind, guys? Immediately, what comes in your mind? If these are the marks, okay, what comes in your mind generally?
Which subject?
Like what is the highest marks, lowest marks, okay, and what is the average marks, and who is below average, who is above average? See how much data we are getting. Okay, now if you see here, average test score is calculated 67 percentage. The processing, okay, now you are processing by adding context, you are processing the data. It was earlier, it was a raw data. Now by just adding some context, these are the test scores achieved by the students, then it was processed to information. And then once you have an information, you can do lot of things with that information. That's what exactly people are doing now. Nowadays data is wealth. If you go to supermarket, they will ask your number. If you go to saloon shop, they will ask your number. If you go to any roadside shop also, they will ask your number. Why? Why they are taking your numbers, guys? Do you think just for registration? Is it? As a DBA, before jumping into this sector, you should know the importance of the data, guys. You should know the importance of the data. Very, very, very important. Data is wealth nowadays. Not only now, future also data is wealth. If you are learning any technology related to data, excellent. Earlier, if you remember, earlier we used to use 8 KB phones. Maybe 25 years back, we used to use 8 KB phones. Then 60 KB phones came into the market. Then 1 MB phones. Then 4 MB phones. 16 MB phones. 64 MB phones. 512 MB phones. 1 GB phones. During that time, 1 GB is a very big storage. Then 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB is also not sufficient for us nowadays. That much of data we are generating daily. Imagine if you are generating that much of data, the whole world, how much data it will generate? And that 128 GB or 264 GB is not sufficient. Every 6 months or 1 year, will take the backup to the laptop or to the hard disk, and again will clean it, and again will generate the data. It can be anything, photos, videos, whatever it is. So nowadays, data is wealth, guys. We are generating terabytes, petabytes, hexabytes, octabytes of data. Every piece of information is very valuable. With one contact number, you can get lot of business, guys. Do you think that now at 7:14 Indian time, okay, you know that your numbers are going to be exchanged by someone in the background? Now also, you are listening about your like SQL DBA classes. Now also, someone buying your number, someone is selling your number to others clients. Do you know that? If you go to any shop, any supermarket, they will take your number. What they will do? They will process the data, what you are buying, when you are buying. Then they will send you customized offers. Earlier, we don't have this kind of setup, right? They used to give very big newspaper ads. They used to give that holding related ads and all, hoardings. Lot of, like, these advertisements, like if you are trying to give a newspaper banner ad, maybe 5-10 years back itself, it's 40 lakhs. One newspaper banner ad, front page banner ad, it will cost you around 40 lakhs. 10 years back this was. Now imagine how much they will charge. Now what they are doing? Simply they are taking your numbers. They are processing the data. Okay, they will, in case, if imagine Reliance stores are there across the India, Reliance stores are collecting, of course they will collect your number, but simply they don't tell you that for the data processing we are collecting your number. Okay, no, they don't tell you. No one will tell you. Simply what they will do, they are going to segregate the data. They are segregating the data. They are processing your data. They are checking what you are buying. They will try to introduce the offers. Okay, where the sales are less. Okay, Bangalore, in this region very less sales are there. Chalo, introduce custom offers. So you will get directly, you will get a message. Sugar 9 rupees. Hurry up. You will get a custom offers. So that's why the offers that are coming to you, not the offers that are not same, that your colleague also getting, or your friend also getting, or your neighbor also getting. It's not the same offer that you are getting. It depends upon their usage. Okay, so nowadays data is like anything, guys. We are not sure, even Reliance not only selling these goods, it might sell the data also to the financial entities like loan bankings. How you are getting the banking calls and all? How they get to know your numbers? Not only this, fraud related calls. Okay, chalo, we can leave it. Okay, these are all, if you are interested, we'll call, we'll talk to them. If you have a need, you take the loan. But fraud related calls, fraud related SMS. So your data is, imagine one link can empty your bank account, bank balance. One call, just one press, unknowingly, if you just leave your phone, maybe if your kid take the phone and if just press one number, that's it. So you should be very careful about the data. Okay, as a DBA, don't give the numbers. Just one number is enough. Just one number is enough. They don't give any great offers and all, okay, just normal offers only, but for that don't register, guys. In case, see, every store will have their own personal number. Deny them, don't give the number, just deny them. No, no, I don't want, just deny them. So as a DBA, you should know the importance of this data, guys. Very, very important. Now again, 24/7, your numbers will be exchanged by someone. Someone will sell your number to some other client. Someone will buy your number. 24/7. It's a continuous business, guys. Okay, so as a DBA, from now onwards, you should know the importance of the data. You should know the importance of the data, guys. So now, just we got an idea, basic idea. So what is SQL Server? SQL Server is a database software. Okay, using this database software, what we can do? We can store the data, we can process the data, we can retrieve the data, right? This is the basic definition, right? So then where we will use this Shanmukh? Where we will use this software? Exactly, where we will use this software? Uh, just one thing, Jayashree and others, okay, like everyone, meeting will be recorded. I'll record the meeting and I'll give you the access. Okay, once the class is over, I'll give you the access. So there is like, it's no, we don't have individual recording kind of things. There are a lot of challenges with that. Okay, so that's why there is no individual recording. So you'll not get any individual recording permissions. I'll record every session and I'll create a Google Drive account and I'm going to upload those videos. Okay, and you will get the access. Okay, fine. So now where we are going to use the SQL Server. For example, imagine you want to buy something. Okay, let's go with Amazon. So Amazon, some Diwali offers are going on, Dasra offers are going on, right? You want to buy something. What you will do, you will open the Amazon.com, www.amazon.com or Amazon.in, right? So when you open this Amazon.in, you can see, okay, what you can see, guys, you can see the Amazon homepage will be loaded. You can see the Amazon homepage will be loaded. And this is like how it will be. This is an application interface. Okay, technically we'll call it as an application interface. Okay, that will be on front, right? So that's why we'll call it as an front end application. When you open a website, you can see this interface only. Whatever interface you can see now, that interface only you can see. So it will be always front end to the user. So that's why we'll generally call it as front end applications. Okay, but what exactly happening when you are opening a website, when you are trying to buy a phone? Imagine you want to buy this one. Okay, you want to buy this iPhone 15. When you just clicked on that iPhone, okay, when you just clicked on this, see, I'm just clicking on this phone, I'm getting this iPhone details. When I clicked on this OnePlus, of course, I will get OnePlus phone details and all. You can see lot of information like what is the company, model, specifications, ratings, price, offers, return period, okay, warranty details, lot of things you can see here. Okay, you can see lot of things about the product or device. So do you think, where do you think, like from where we are getting this, guys? What do you think, from where we are getting these details? Definitely this is data, right? Definitely from where we'll get this data? A simple question I'm asking, like whenever you clicked on the product, from where we are getting the data? I don't want like exact answer, just from where we are getting the data.
Some database.
Very good. Correct. Yes, we are getting the data from the database. Whatever it is, but we are getting the data at the end of the day as it is data. Okay, we should be able to get this from the database only. Correct? Is it clear, guys, everyone? Guys, are you
Yes, sir.
sleeping?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So definitely we should be able to get this data, whatever data that you can see on the screen. So definitely we should be able to get this data from the database only, because remember one thing. Let me open this maybe image. It will help you to understand what exactly happening. Okay. Right. And where is my cursor? Okay. Fine. Chipama, 1 minute, guys. Right. Okay. So you can see a three-tier architecture here. It's actually a three-tier architecture. There will be three tiers: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Okay, tier 1, tier 2, and the tier 3, guys. Right. So when you open anything in the browser, okay, when you open anything in the browser, generally what you can do is like this. You can see, right? 1 minute. Let me zoom it a little bit. Okay. Right. Okay. So you can see here, it's a Google Chrome. You are using a browser. Okay. And then,
Sir, I have one question.
yes, Ravindra, please. Yeah.
Sir, earlier in interview, I faced one question. Tell me about the SQL Server architecture. For
Hmm.
that question, we should answer
No, no,
this
no,
one.
no, no, no,
This
no, no.
three tier.
This is completely different. That is completely different. That means
Okay.
only like it will, the interviewer is expecting like how SQL Server will work internally. Okay, that
Okay.
is
Okay.
SQL Server architecture. This is just application from beginning to ending, like how the requests are coming, how the requests are going. Okay, this is how it will be. Okay, application
Okay.
side.
Okay. Sir.
Like when you click on any link, okay, in the website, what exactly will happen in the back end.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So just, yeah, it's just a overflow. It's a kind of a workflow kind of thing from beginning to ending. SQL Server architecture is completely different. Right. So now if you see here, when you open your browser for www.amazon.in, you can see the browser will open. Okay. And in the browser, you will type your website address, right? That is called domain address. So generally, every domain address in the back end, whatever interface that you are getting here, so it will comes from one server. It will comes from the server in the back end. That server will have an IP address. So if you want to access any application, you can access it from the application also. Okay. You can just access it using that website address, or you can use IP address also. Okay. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Yeah, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Shan.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that, guys. Right, okay. So if you see here, when you open our Google Chrome or whatever browser it is, when you type any website, not only this Amazon, you can type any Flipkart or Azure or whatever it is. What exactly will happen in the backend? First, in this three-tier architecture, first it will call the web server. Okay, if you see here in the tier 1, you can see web server, guys. Okay, so what this web server will do? Generally, simple example I'll tell you. Okay, in your phone, how many contacts maximum you can remember, guys? Maximum how many we can remember? Nowadays, at least will try to remember 5 to 10 contacts. Now, maybe like 1 or 2 contacts hardly we can remember, right?
Yes.
Hardly, maybe max to max 3. I don't know. Maybe if you are able to remember like more than 3, and if you try to remember, you can remember, but will never try to remember. Max, okay. Family numbers, okay. Wife or husband, like 2, 3 numbers max to max. So if I want to call maybe a contact is already saved. If I want to call a contact, I cannot recollect their number. I'll simply open the phone book. I'll simply open the contacts. I'll type their name and then automatically will call. So what will happen? The backend. In my phone book also daddy contact will be there. In your phone book also daddy contact will be there. Or mummy contact will be there. Both are same. No, right? Means for every contact in the backend, the associate number, the contact number will be different. So when I call, when I search daddy and when I just tap on that daddy contact automatically, that here what you have to know is like that name is converting into number, and when you are getting calls from the daddy, that number is converting into name. So that's how generally, okay, it will work if you save the contact. So to open every website, generally IP addresses will be there. But how many IP addresses you can remember, guys? Not possible, right? We can't even remember 1, 2 IP addresses also. Hey, if you want to open Amazon, just type this IP address. If you want to open Flipkart, type this IP address. No, right? So what we will do simply, we will type www.amazon.in or flipkart.com or whatever it is. So that domain name that you are typing in the back end, it is converting into IP. It is touching the Amazon IP, and then from the Amazon IP, you are getting the response. And then it is how it is loading. Okay, when you see now, okay, every application will follow this three-tier architecture. So in the tier 1, web server will be there. So what web server will do? It's a IP services front end. Okay, it will convert your name into IP into name. Okay, so now when you open Amazon.in and how you are getting the response? First, it will hit the IP that is related to the domain. Amazon.in in the backend will have one IP. So that it will invoke and then it will load the application interface, guys. So how you are getting this application? The one that you can see on the screen is your application, Amazon application or Flipkart application or Azure application. How you are getting this? You are actually getting this interface from the application servers. Very simple things, guys. Again, you don't get any interview questions from this concept. Just to understand the layers and the workflow, how the request will come, how it will goes and all. Just to understand the layers. Okay, lot of things you'll get to know. Okay, just listen carefully. Simple. So your web server will send a request to the application server, and then application server will load, okay, like this. Now, when you are trying to open any product, okay, you will simply click on the product. Okay, what will happen when you click on the product? You are able to get the information about the particular product, right? So this information, where it is stored, guys, as discussed earlier, where the data will be stored?
Database.
For for sure the data will be stored in the database only. Remember one thing, application interface can only help you to show the application, to push the application. It cannot store the data. Okay, data will not be stored in the application, guys. Application will help you to design the application, the layout. Application, when you click on any product, application server, simply it will send a request to the database server. It will simply send a request to the database server. Now database server got your request. Okay, so that means when you click on any product, it will run one query. What query? Example I'm just saying. Okay, select star from phones where model is equal to Apple iPhone 15 128 GB black. This kind of query, example query, that's why I used a word called example query. I'm not saying the same query will run, just kind of example query. This query, where it will run in the backend database, execute query. Then when you run any query, you will get a response, right? That response database server results, it is sending it to the application server. Application server is sending it to the web server. And using this web server, it is pushing it to your browser, and then you are able to see the data. So whenever you open any website, whenever you clicked on any product, first a request is coming from the browser to web server, then web server to application server 2, and application server to backup database server 3, and it is executing a query to get the required output 4, and from database server to application server 5, application server to web server 6, and then finally to your browser. 7 actions. Your single click in the back end, it is doing 7 things. Then only you're able to get the data, then only you can see the data on your screen, guys. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes,
Questions,
sir.
doubts?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how the data is loading. Not only Amazon, not only Flipkart, every application generally in the backend, plus or minus with small changes or little changes. Almost the theme is like this only, any application. So Shanmukh, what we have to learn from this? You have to learn a lot of things from this. First thing, to get the data, only database server is enough, guys? Tell me. To get the data, only the database server is enough?
No.
The public application, no, right? The database server will help you to store the data whenever you want. It will help you to retrieve the data by executing the queries. It will just retrieve the data. That's it. That is the role of the database server. In the application, in infrastructure, like the three-tier architecture, the database server is one part where it will help you to store the data and retrieve the data. That's it. And it will give it to application server. So if you want to work with any application, for sure you need a web server, for sure you need an application server, for sure you need a database server. Correct? So database server is just one part in the whole three-tier architecture in the application. Okay. So now why we have to discuss all these things? One thing is you will get a clarity what we are getting, how we are getting, what kind of servers involved in the application, for the clarity first thing. Second thing is, sometimes if a user is trying to access one application, imagine one user is trying to access one application, one option is trying to open, it's not working, it is saying something like unable to connect to the database. So what do you think, guys, now? What that user will think? If you are in the user's shoes, what you will think immediately? Maybe any database issue?
Server down.
They are thinking database issue
Server
only.
down? Definitely will think like that only. For example, if there is no
Yes.
power, imagine there is no power in your room. I'm taking classes where the laptop is connected to one power socket. Suddenly the power is gone. Okay, suddenly the charging is stopped. What I think generally? Immediately, okay, there is no power. So here there are a lot of cases. It can be issue with the power socket. It can be an issue with the charger. It can be an issue with the particular room wiring. It can be an issue with the particular flat, okay? Generally, so if there is no power means there are a lot of scenarios, right? So if there is an issue with the whole building, if there is an issue with the particular pole or street or area, right? There are lot of, see, if power is not coming to your till your socket means there are, don't think directly power is coming to your socket from the air. So lot of networks are there in between, lot of connections are there in between. If something is broken in between, definitely you will not get the power to your power socket. So in the same way, the user will think, okay, this is a database issue, he will ping the database team, DB team. And if you see here, there is web server, application server, DB server. Don't think that the whole or a single team will manage all these things. No, completely wrong. Web server will be managed by a different team. Application servers will be managed by a different team. Application team will call them as an application team. Database servers will be managed by a different team. We'll call them as a DB team. Okay, and these are all just servers. So who will build these servers? Any idea who will build these servers? The organization? Windows team.
Windows.
Windows team will build these servers. As of now, Windows team, application team, DB team, okay, these three teams as of now. But these servers has to communicate with each other, right? If anyone wants to communicate with other server, if any server wants to communicate with other server, what should be there? What should be there?
Network.
Network team. So that means Windows team, storage team, network team, application team, DB team. To maintain the whole infrastructure, okay, we need all these people. Maybe sometimes storage team or Windows team both will be the same. Storage team, Windows team will take care of the storage requests also. So mainly, at least Windows team, will call them as a Wintel team, because daily on a regular basis we'll talk to them, we'll work with them. So you should know all these teams. So Wintel team, which will help you to build all these servers, okay, storage related requests, virtual machine related requests, resource related requests like CPU, RAM. Wintel team will take care of it. Application team, who is designing this application, right? Windows team can't design, it's not their business, it's not their duty. So Windows team will simply help you to make sure the infrastructure is available for your requests, right? Then application team will design the application. So app team, will call them as shortcut app team. Of course, DB team, where the data, because as I said, the data will not be stored in the application servers. Definitely database server should be there to maintain terabytes of data. Amazon, you can imagine how many products, how many customers, how many services from the Amazon. So dedicated database server will be there for every application. So database will be managed by database team only, not application team or some other team. It should be managed by database team only, right? So, and of course, the servers has to communicate with each other. One server will be in US, one server will be in India, one server will be in Singapore. How these servers are communicating with each other? Network. So who is maintaining the network? Network team. So all these teams will be involved to make sure the application is up and running. At the end of the day, everyone's goal, remember, everyone's goal is to make sure the application is up and running. Why? Because if the application is up and running, the business will be up and running. If the business is up and running, you will get the profits. If you are getting the profits, you will recruit the people, employment will be generated, you will get the jobs. So at the end of the day, the application should be up and running, guys. Everyone's goal, as a DBA, as an application support engineer, as a Windows team, as a network team, everyone's goal is to make sure the application is up and running. Until the application is up and running, you are safe. If the application is down, you have to run. Is it clear, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Are we
Yes,
good?
sir.
Any questions, doubts so far, please? General things, be relaxed, okay? Simple general things that we are just discussing, Okay, so if the user is getting not able to connect to database means, what do you think, where is the issue? Do you think the database issue? Is it a database issue now? After getting an idea,
No.
is it a database? No. It can be a database issue. It can be an application server issue. It can be a web server issue. It can be a network issue. It can be anything. So suddenly you put 5 years experience, 6 years experience. First day or second day, you got the permission. Someone is coming, hey, DB team, my application is not working. Can you please check same city issue and database error? So what you have to do from your side, whether the mechanism that are there in your control is healthy or not, that you have to check. From your side, whether the database is up and running or not, whether the databases are online or not, whether the servers are online or not, that you have to check. That's it. We don't do any other things. If everything is good from our side, we can revert back to the user, hey, from DB side we are good. It can be a network issue or it can be some other Windows related issue. Please kindly check with the network team or Windows team, or let me add the network team into this. Let me add the Windows team into this call. So that's how you have to deal, guys. Why we are discussing all these things? It's very important. The first thing that you will do in the organization, you should know how many teams that you will work daily. You have to work with all these teams on a regular basis. You have to communicate with all these teams on a regular basis. If something went wrong, don't panic. It can be a DB issue. It can be a network issue. It can be a storage issue. It can be a web server issue. It can be some other issue. Okay, so you have to keep these points in mind. So if you are like understanding this infrastructure or this workflow clearly, then you should be able to talk, because the words that you are using, they can easily catch. Guys, everyone is there. I mean, 60 to 70% people generally they will put some fake experience. Again and again, I'll tell only one thing. Fake experience is not a, what I can say, it's not a bad thing, I can say. Okay, but being a good fake is always good, guys. Even though many projects, I worked in many projects handling this, okay, training, support, interviews since years. I know a lot of scenarios. Even though the manager knows that you are a fake, he will still, okay, he will give you a chance to you. When you know, tell me when, guys.
So
You,
when you have a good skills and then you
very
can
good.
survey in
When
that.
you have a knowledge, no one will dare to touch you, guys. Seriously, I'm saying. Many cases, I know few cases, even though your BGV is red, still companies will give you the chance. I know many cases, not one or two. It's not a random case. Even though the HR team knows that your BGV is red, before terminating you, they will talk to your manager. Can we proceed? Again, it's not in all the cases. Shanmukh said, even though, okay, my BGV is red, so I'll put some other company. No, 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 no. Not in every case. Okay? I'm trying to give you the best examples. So, even though that you are a fake, being a good fake will always save you, guys. So, don't think you are doing a maybe a new thing that not others are doing. No, since 20 years, this tradition is there. Okay, don't worry. Welcome to that pool. But always you have to concentrate on the subject. If you don't have subject, believe me, I know many things. I mean to say, candidates wise, not other things. So many scenarios where candidates don't know how to open SSMS, their expectations will be 16 lakhs, 20 lakhs package. Because their friends are getting 15, 20 lakhs package, they also need 15, 20 lakhs package. How to open SSMS? I don't know. How to create a database? I don't know. Support is there. I'll take the support. How to connect to the server? I don't know. What is the server? I don't know. Where is the server? I don't know. What I want? What is your expectation? 20 lakhs. Negotiation? No. People like that because of this corona situation and all. Seriously, people who are working, I guess in this batch itself, genuine people are there who are working. They are having 4 5 years 6 years of experience, still they are struggling for 6 lakhs 7 lakhs packages and all. People who don't have experience, they need 15 lakhs 20 lakhs packages. You don't know what is what, they need 15 20 lakhs packages. Again I'm saying, it's not like as a trainer, okay, Shanmukh will tell something. It's not like that. Daily I'm into this business. Daily I'll give the interview support. Daily I'll take care of the background verifications. Minute to minute students will update what's happening to their profile and all. It's not like I'm collecting somewhere. I'll directly get the updates on a regular basis. So being a good fake always will save you guys. That is one thing that I'll tell you. Being a good fake will always save you. If you don't have a subject, I'll take the support from this guy, that guy. That days are gone. Last time, I mean to say, maybe till last year. Okay, at least they use it to give work from home. 20 30% companies, they use it to give work from home opportunities. Now most of the companies are asking hybrid mode. 90% companies are asking for hybrid mode. And minimum to minimum, you have to give your best. Okay, when you go to hybrid mode, it's very difficult to take the support. Team will be there, you have to sit in between. Okay, they will watch your screen, they will see how you're talking, how you're walking. Seriously, day one, even security guard also will keep an eye on you for the first 1 2 months, how you're behaving. Everything will be tracked, guys. Everything. You generally, they don't, you cannot notice that they are tracking you, but everyone will track you. So it's very, 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 very important. Always I'll tell only one thing. If you have a subject, okay, 90% no one will dare to touch you. Okay, guys, clear? Any questions, doubts so far, please?
No, sir.
sir.
No questions.
No, Shanmugh.
Okay.
Sir, is it like evening is a cloud and morning is like
No. I'll tell you the course outline. It's not like evening, cloud, morning. So it will be kind
Ah,
of a clumsy, Ravinder. Okay.
at the
First
starting you
two and a
told
half
like
months.
that's right, listen like that. That's why.
No. Maybe you might misunderstood. It's
Ah,
not like that because if you go parallelly on premises and cloud, it will be confused. Okay.
yes, sir.
Base is on premises SQL DBA. Guys, don't worry. What is on premises? I'll tell you. Okay. You don't worry. Okay. So the base is on premises. Cloud is an extension of on premises. Okay. So first 2.5 months we'll completely discuss about the on premises SQL DBA. Once that is done, then only we'll jump to cloud, Azure SQL DBA. So morning one class, evening the second class, not the same class will be repeated. Okay, class 1, Saturday morning class 1, Saturday evening class 2, Sunday morning class 3, Sunday evening class 4. Four different classes. You have to attend all 4 classes. Okay, it's not like either morning or evening can I join Shanmukh. No, morning and evening you have to join. Then only we can able to complete. I told you right, as I promised, it will be around 120 plus hours of training. 120
Total
plus
both 120, sir.
both. So
Okay.
120 to cover 120 plus hours of training. Okay, in 4 months you have to go like this only. Otherwise it will be 6 months. Hardly I can hold any candidate for max 3 months. After 3 months you lose your interest. So that is the reason I planned like this. Morning and evening you have to join the sessions. Morning session is different, evening session is also different. Okay, both sessions you have to join, guys. Okay, so that is all about the 3-tier architecture. So if something went wrong again, guys, okay, if something went wrong, first thing as a DBA, you are from DB team, as a DBA, you have to check database is healthy or not, database is good or not, up and running or not, you have to check. So if you are safe, I mean the database side, if you are good, you can just take the help of the Windows team or Wintel team or network team. Maybe there might be sometimes storage issues also will be there. Okay, so so you have to, on a regular basis, you have to work with multiple teams, okay, to manage the whole infrastructure, to make sure the application up and running from class 1 to last class. Okay, the goal is again as a DBA, even though if you are a Windows team, when you are in a support team comes under like it can be a Windows support, network support, storage support, DB support. So when you are in a support team, the goal of any support person is to make sure the application is up and running. Until application is up and running, you are cool. I mean, you are safe. If 1 second also if the application is down, imagine if Amazon is down for 1 second, that too during this sales period, right? Diwali festival, Dasra festival. During this period, if 1 second, 1 minute down, you cannot imagine the loss also. So at the end of the day, the application should be up and running, guys. That is the main goal of any support person. Okay, it can be a DB, Windows, network, storage, any support person. The end goal is make sure the application is up and running, guys. Okay, so in the back end, now comes to the, let's come to the discussion. As I said, the database will always be in the back end. That's why when you open application, you can just see application. You cannot see the back end. You can see the front end. Okay, when you open the application, you can just see the front end. You cannot see back end, what's happening and all. Now imagine, now earlier we'll simply click on this link, right? We'll get the product. Now what's happening when you click on this product? How many actions are happening? How you are able to get the data? How you are able to get the data, guys? When you click on this particular link, means for every click there is a different meaning, correct? When I click on this, I'll get this home appliances. When I click on this, I'll get this particular information. When I click on this, I'll get this home decor related things. And when I click on this, I'll get the furniture related things. When I click on this, I'll get the some cameras, home improvement related kind of things. Means for every click there is a meaning. Here if you click, there is a different meaning. Here if you click, there is a different meaning means what? Queries will be different. If you click on this, you can see only washing machines related information, right? If you click on this, only washing machines related information means this click is different than the other click. If you click on this, you will get refrigerators. Okay, you'll get refrigerators related information and all you will get it. So for every click, there is a different meaning. How guys? Because every click in the back end, a different query will run. That query is pulling the details of that particular group or particular product. So every click will have a different meaning. Okay, every click will have a different meaning. So when you click on any link, when you click on any product, okay, in the back end, how many actions it will undergo, guys? How many actions total in the back end? 7. So if you are just clicking on this, simply you are not simply getting the data, guys. After 7 actions, you are able to see the data on your screen. How quickly it was, guys? How quickly it was. It is sending from browser to a web server to application server to database server, and database server query is running, and that query is giving output, and that output DB server is giving to app server is giving to web server is giving to browser. 7 actions are undergoing, guys. Just a matter of fraction of seconds. Okay, so this is how you are getting the data. So now that's why we'll call the applications as a front end applications, because when you open the application website, you can see only application. So it will be a front end to the user. But in the back end, you don't know, right, what exactly happening, where it is running the query, how you are getting the data. So back end databases will be there. So that's why front end applications and back end databases will call it as. Generally, while referring front end applications, in the back end also database will be there. Without back end database, there is no front end application, guys. As I said, application cannot store the data. Sorry. Okay, so this is how. So now here you are getting the data from this database software, correct? This database can be an MS SQL server. This database can be an Oracle. This database can be a Postgres. This database can be MySQL. This database can be NoSQL. This database can be MongoDB. This database can be DB2, this database can be what? What other databases we have? Okay, so lot of means we are here like around 20 people, right? So few people are using iPhone, few people are using Samsung, few people are using Vivo, Oppo, different companies we are using, correct? So if I ask anyone why you bought iPhone, he will have his own reasons. When you are buying the phone, you will see lot of things. You will see the performance, you will see the okay brand, you will see the quality, you will see the what else features, right? So all these things you will see the backup, the charging and all. So by just looking at all these things, you will buy. Of course, at the end of the day, money. If you can afford iPhone, we can afford iPhone. If you can't, then we'll go for other phones. Or if you don't like, I don't like iPhone. Okay, will not get charging and all. Backup and all will not get. So it depends upon my requirement. Doesn't mean whether I have money, I have to buy the iPhone. Nothing like that. My requirement doesn't choose to buy the iPhone. So I'll go for Samsung. I need a backup. I have to talk to the calls regularly. So I need a backup. So I have to go to some other device, some other company. So it depends upon my requirement. I am going to choose the phone. Depends upon your requirement. You are going to choose the phone. Not only the money matters, guys, right? You need camera, okay? Then you will go for a good camera phones. You need a sound, you will go for good sound phones. You need a storage, you need a backup. Depends upon your requirement. You are going to buy the phone. So in the same way, in the back end, you might use SQL Server, you might use SQL Server means MS SQL only, Microsoft SQL Server. You might use Oracle, you might use Postgres, MongoDB, NoSQL, MySQL, DB2, IBM. Okay, different database technologies are there, guys. If you are using MS SQL Server in the back end, then as an MS SQL DBA, you have to support. If they are using Oracle, Oracle DBA people will support. If they are using MongoDB, MongoDB people. If they are using Postgres, Postgres people will support. If they are using MySQL, MySQL people will support. If they are using NoSQL, NoSQL people will support. If they are using some other DB technology, that particular person will support, guys. So we are here to learn what? What, guys? MS SQL.
MS SQL.
Okay, which is from MS means Microsoft, which is from Microsoft. This database product designed by Microsoft. Of course, I'll tell you the history, not directly from the Microsoft. Earlier it was with the Sybase. Then Microsoft took over the Sybase code by just bought it from the Sybase, the logic and all. Then Microsoft added its own flavors to the database, and then it was then okay introduced it to the market as a Microsoft SQL Server, guys. Clear? Questions, doubts?
Also,
Shanvu,
Yes.
MySQL and MS SQL both are different, and NoSQL.
Yes, MySQL is different, MS SQL is different, NoSQL is different. So if you see in the openings like in the Naukri, in the LinkedIn and all DBA, guys, DBA means database administrator. Okay, DBA is a very generalized word. It's a database administrator. DBA means don't think it's a MS SQL DBA. If you are a database administrator, that database can be MongoDB, that database can be Oracle, that database can be SQL Server, that database can be MySQL, it can be NoSQL. So it depends upon the technology. If you are using MySQL, if you know MySQL, you are a MySQL DBA. If you know Oracle, you are an Oracle DBA. If you know MS SQL, you are an MS SQL DBA. If you know Postgres, you are a Postgres DBA. So if you simply see DBA role means check what technology it is. DBA is generalized word. That database can be MySQL, NoSQL, MongoDB, MS SQL. It can be anything. So if it is an MS SQL DBA, then only you can apply for the job. Shanmukh said it is a DBA job. For every DBA I'll apply. No, only for MS SQL. If you learn Oracle, you can apply for Oracle DBA jobs, Postgres DBA jobs. So DBA is just a generalized word. Depends upon the specification, the technology. Okay, you can be a SQL DBA, you can be a Mongo DBA, you can be a Postgres DBA, you can be an Oracle DBA, MySQL DBA, NoSQL DBA. Okay, so just read the job description. You'll get to know whether it's an MS SQL DBA or some other DB technology. Okay, guys. Any questions, doubts so far? Okay, fine. Right. So let me get back to this. Where is my notes? Hmm. So now is it clear where we will use this software, guys? Can anyone tell me where we will use this software? It will be used as a backend to any of the applications. Okay. It will be used as a backend to any of the applications. Fine. So what a DBA will do on a regular basis, I'll tell you guys. What a DBA will do on a regular basis, I'll tell you. Okay. It's a kind of a vast, and of course we'll use some advanced words also. You'll be confused now. Maybe in the next class, the duties of DBA, okay, will be discussed. Let's go with the course overview, how the course will be, okay, what and all things will cover. So the course overview will cover now. So the course duration, as I said, it will be complete SQL DBA with Azure SQL DBA. Okay, complete SQL DBA on premises. There are two models, guys: on premises model and cloud model. On premises means simple. If you are cooking by self, okay, that is on premises. If you are ordering the food in the Zomato or Swiggy, that is cloud. Everything will be ready. You have to simply take the service. When you are cooking, you have to buy the vegetables, you have to buy the masalas, okay, you have to buy the gas, you have to buy the power, you have to buy that, okay, vessels, and then you have to put some efforts, you have to cut it, you have to cook it. So everything will be in your control. How much salt, how much pepper, how much masala, how much, okay, the particular food and all, till what point you want to boil. Okay, so everything will be in your control in the on-premises model. Organization only will buy the servers, buy the infrastructure, it will recruit the people, servers will build the servers, database team will install the database servers, network team will maintain the network. All the things will be completely owned by the organization infrastructure. Okay, so that is your on-premises model. If I have a company, if I am maintaining my own infrastructure, that is my on-premises model. On premises, whatever it is, on premises. Okay, on-premises model. Cloud model, everything like Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, service will be there. Biryani you want, khichdi you want, puri you want, aloo you want, what aloo gobi you want, aloo paratha you want, whatever you want. Okay, simply you can simply select the product. You can, if you want to add some specifications like extra cheese, extra butter, you can add it. You can chalo buy it. You can eat it. You can throw it. So this is how it will be. Okay, on-premises model, it will not be in your control. I mean, there is a model in the on-premises also. You can take the whole infrastructure, or else you can simply take the particular product like the databases and all. So first, the basis SQL DBA. Everything will be covered in the SQL DBA. If you are good in SQL DBA, Azure SQL is a kind of extension. Azure means cloud. Okay, cloud. We have a cloud service provider which is Azure from the Microsoft. So Azure means it's a cloud model. So in case if you want to extend your services to the cloud, then you can go to the Azure SQL. Nowadays people are asking both on-premises and Azure. That's why we included both in the course. Okay, SQL DBA initially will be discussed for 2.5 months. Once that is done, we'll discuss the Azure SQL DB. If you are good at on-premises model, you can easily understand the cloud model. As I said, it's an extension to the existing on-premises model. So the course duration will be 4 months, initially 2.5 months for SQL DBA, morning and evening. The next 1.5 month after SQL DBA, 1.5 month will be cloud, Azure SQL DBA. It will be either morning or evening. Azure, we don't teach morning and evening, okay, because that is only 30 to 40 hours. This is more, right? 90 hours like that it will come. So that's why we have to cover both. So why weekend classes, Shanmukh? Why we don't have weekdays classes? There are many reasons. One thing, first thing, of course, professionals, it will be very difficult to, okay, dedicatedly available on weekdays for the professionals who are working in other domains and all. So that is one reason. Okay. Second reason is People will tell, no, if you teach weekly, it will be like, will cover more, right? Week means weekdays, if you teach maybe Monday to Friday. Of course, daily you cannot sit for 2 hours, right? Maybe 1.5 hour will take the session. So 5 days a week, 5 into 1.5 hours, 7.5 hours will cover. 5 classes. Here, weekends, 4 classes, morning and evening, Saturdays and Sundays. Each session will be 2 to 2.5 hours. 7 to 9:30. Don't worry, I don't take the continuous session. I'll give you a 15 minutes, 20 minutes refresh break in between, depends upon the topic. I'll give you a break also. So every weekend, each session is 2.5 hours. 4 weekends, I mean 4 classes, 4 into 2.5, 10 hours. With the breaks, it will be 9 hours. So when compared to weekday classes, we are covering extra 1.5 to 2 hours more on the weekends. So we can complete it early. You can upload your resumes early. You can try for the jobs early. Okay, so that is one thing. Of course, as I said, professionals, they cannot attend the daily classes. Some people, it will be morning shift. Some people, it will be evening shift. So that's why I just planned a weekend session. Since 4 or 5 years I'm taking the weekend sessions, guys. Okay, so that is the plan. Course duration, as I said, who can learn this course? As I mentioned earlier, anyone with a valid degree, any degree, there is no specific technology background, can be a technical degree or non-technical degree, any degree. I know many references, like many references in the sense, the students like who are from different backgrounds, polytechnic background, from bioscience background, from agriculture background, from pharma background. Okay, so if you are experienced, they will check whether your certificate is valid or not. They don't check whether you have a technical degree or not. Okay, so no need of any technical degree, guys, just a valid degree. Sometimes even diploma also will work. Even diploma also will work. So in future, maybe if your kids and all wants to jump into IT, don't invest lot of money by doing PG, PhDs and all. Okay, if their goal is IT, again check their goal first. Okay, if their goal is IT, just with one simple graduation, okay, they can jump into IT. No need to spend lakhs and lakhs, especially. Okay, you can see after or during the graduation or after the graduation, you have to spend a lot of money on the education. If they are interested in the IT, just make sure during the graduation, make sure they are good in the arithmetic and reasoning. Okay, very important, arithmetic and reasoning for the government jobs and all. And then just one technology. Of course, immediately they might not get the job, but after trying. Okay, so valid degree is enough. It can be any degree, guys. And again, dedication. Of course, Sir Shanmukh. Okay, I am from non-technical background. Can I understand the classes and all easily? As I said, even though people are from technical background, in their studies they don't teach SQL Server, right? So the technical guy is also learning, non-technical is guy also learning. So always, whenever you are trying to learn any technology, start from zero. That's it. Don't think much. Anyone can learn any technology nowadays. Okay, using the tools and all, we have different tools. So if you are from non-technical, first remove that tag. I am from non-technical. I am from non-technical. No, anyone, everyone. In our batch, we have technical people also, right? Why they are attending the classes then? If they are technical, they can learn by their own, right? Why they are attending? While learning, everyone will start from zero only, either technical or non-technical. So always treat in the same way. Anyone can learn this course. It's easy. Okay, Shanmukhi will tell a lot of things. This is first class, right? Nothing like that. You just go and check with others. When compared to other technologies, why only SQL DBA? Use SQL DBA as a stepping stone to jump into IT. After, when you are into the IT, I'm not saying that be with SQL DBA, learn extra technologies. But at least to jump, you need a simple technology like SQL DBA. That's for sure, I can tell. If you go to Oracle, you have to learn Linux. Very difficult again. Here, you don't need to learn operating system because we'll use Windows operating system. Windows operating system, you know how to manage. You know how to turn on the laptop. You know how to turn off the laptop. You know how to open any applications, right? Any folders, any options, how to manage the Windows machines and all, you know how to handle the laptop. The server is also same like laptop with extra specifications and extra features. That's it. So you don't need to learn, you don't need to spend extra time on learning OS. So you are safe from the OS side. From the DB side only you have to concentrate. Okay, and that too it's a GUI. Hardly 5 or 10 queries will use on a regular basis. Hardly 5 or 10 queries. That too on a not a regular basis. Maybe one day 2 3 queries will use, one day 5 queries will use. Hardly in your whole career. Maybe okay, 5 10 queries are 20 queries. Query means what is query? I'll tell you. It's a kind of command. Okay, so if you remember that 5 10 queries commands, you can easily manage the things. That to SP help DB, change small words. SP help DB, SP who is active, SP who to, DBCC SQL perf. Simple, small, one line. Okay, so these kind of commands will be there. So don't worry, there will be no scripting. Okay, completely it's a GUI. So don't worry about the scripting and all, guys. It's easy to learn. How to practice? Follow me, but not during the class. Okay, follow me in the sense just listen the class, concentrate in the class, try to get as much as you can. Once this is done, every session will be recorded, will be provided the access. You can see in your Google Drive. Open the laptop, because you will have 5 days time. Once Saturday Sundays classes are over, Monday to Friday you will have 5 days time. One day, one class. Okay, Monday, Saturday morning class, Tuesday, Saturday evening class, Wednesday, Sunday morning, Thursday, Sunday evening, Friday, just a revision of these 4 classes. Believe me, you don't need any extra support. Believe me, 30% of the students of our batch generally, they will crack the interviews by themselves. They don't need any support extra. They can even work after getting the job. They can even manage the work also, because it's a completely real time, guys. You don't need to depend on anyone's support. Seriously. Okay. So just practice it after the classes. The recordings will be provided. Don't put in Shanmukh 2.5 hours class. Who will listen? I'll put it in. I'll skip the class. I mean, I will skip some of the things. In between, people will skip it. There you are going to miss the important points. And sometimes maybe if you are comfortable with the fast forward, maybe you can put it into 1.5 kind of speed or 2 kind of speed. But don't skip the things. Just as a DBA, you should have 3 things, guys. Can you tell me what are those 3 things? I guess if any previous students are there, they can tell. What are the 3 main things that you should have as a DBA? Guess. Any guess? No guess, guys. Can you hear me?
Patience.
Sonali. Then second one, Jayashri.
Practice.
Practice. Third one. First one is patience. Second one is also a patience. Third one is also a patience. Not only DBA technology, SQL DBA. Whenever you learn any technology, you should have patience. Generally, when you are practicing or when you are doing something in the organization, you will get the error. Sometimes we don't even read the complete error. First 1 word, 2 words, or maybe first line, we'll read it and then we'll start searching in the Google or ChatGPT. First, you just read the complete error. Then the error itself will give you hints. You try this, you try this, like that kind of options it will give you. It will give you some hints. That's why you should have patience first. Okay. As a DBA, the 3 main qualities you should have is like patience. Okay. So practice it. While practicing, you should have more patience, because a lot of errors you will get it. Okay. And you have to watch the recording again and you have to practice it. So you should have patience, guys. Then if you have more patience, how much patience you have, that much subject you can learn. Only simple thing that I can tell. How to practice? Again, just follow the videos and all, whatever. Okay. And laptop, I'll tell you what kind of specifications you should have. I'll tell you. And lab setup, as I said, how to set up the prerequisites for setting up the lab. Generally, in the initial days, okay, in the initial days, this is the one laptop. Okay, initial days, this is enough 4 GB RAM, any like 40 GB, something like that, hard disk, free space. Okay, any processor, i3 also will work, no issues, i3, i5, i7. Okay, any processors will work for first 1.5 month max to max. After that, we'll start advanced concepts. Okay, advanced concepts, generally we need a minimum nowadays 12 to 16 GB of RAM. 8 GB chalega, but it will be very slow and you have to manage the resources properly. Make sure there are no other applications are running like WhatsApp, phone contact. In the Windows it will run, right? Team viewer, different applications will run. Make sure uninstall all the applications or stop the applications from the services.msc, and you can practice with 8 GB also. But my recommendation is better go with 12 GB to 16 GB. Okay, because as I said, we have to create Windows machines. Okay, so let me show you that virtual machines, how it will be. Where is my cursor? Where is my cursor? Okay. Okay. Chica, where is this? Okay. So Oracle VirtualBox, I'll tell you how to install this and all. Okay. This is the maybe next class kind of thing after the background discussed. So we'll discuss about the demos and all. First 1, 2 classes kind of like course overview, the background, the history, versions, editions, different things will be there that I'll tell you. Okay, I guess we are getting this pop-up. So now like this will create machines. Okay, virtual machines will create. See, this is for last batch. Okay, you see the names also, how I'll take care of the names also. Can you understand anything? What is this name? Can you understand what is this name and all? Can you guess what is this name? Generally, we cannot because we don't know how we designed in the previous session or previous batch. We don't know, right? So we cannot guess it generally. So in the organizations also, server names will be like this. Different names will be there. We cannot guess it. So you have to ask the once you are into the company, new company, they'll give you the KT. In the KT, some people will tell, some people will not tell how to identify the server, which server is a production server, how to understand whether it's a production or non-production, what applications are running. So for every meaning, your name will have some meaning, my name will have some meaning. So server names also will have some meanings. See, this is SGP server, which will be in the Singapore data center, JMT, Geomart application, DB server to P production server. If you break down, you can easily understand. Like that, every organizations will plan different naming conventions as per their format, as per their standard. So you have to understand how it will be. So this much into this granular level will take care of. It's not like some server 1, server 2, server 3. No. In the organizations, how we will name the servers? The same way we'll set the real-time infrastructure during the practice. So if you need real-time, okay, definitely what you should do, guys, you should have a laptop with minimum 12 GB to 16 GB RAM. Processor can be i3, i5, i7, no issues. Okay, it can be i3, i5, i7 and all. So no issues for that. And free space minimum 100 GB storage. Okay, should be there. So make sure after 1 month or 1.5 months, not immediately when we start the advanced concepts. Okay, we should have this infrastructure with us so that it will help us, guys. Right, clear? And next, lab setup kind of thing. Softwares and notes. Softwares and notes, I'll provide, guys, every software, whatever softwares that we are using, Oracle VirtualBox, notes, okay, everything I'll provide. So don't worry about the material. I'm going to provide, okay, whatever you need. And then meeting software, generally we'll use Zoom meeting. Okay, Zoom meetings only. The meetings will be recorded and you will get the access to the class recordings. Maybe after the class, after 2 3 hours, it will take some time to process, and it will take some time to upload into the Google Drive, and there it will take some time to process. So roughly it will take 2 to 3 hours after the class. The recordings will be available. Yeah, doubts and exercises, you can ping me. You can email. If you stuck at any point, as I said in the beginning, you can immediately stop me and you can ask me. And if you are still hesitating, first of all, you have to leave that, okay, kind of shyness and all talking in the group. First of all, you have to leave, because as I said, from day one onwards, you have to, okay, attend the daily meetings, stand-up meetings and all. Daily you have to talk. So if you are comfortable here, okay, in this 20 30 people, you'll be comfortable in talking, okay, in the group, team, stand-up calls and all. And you have to talk to the US clients and all sometimes. Okay, so better sometimes what my suggestion is, just watch some kind of English related, accent related kind of things. Shanmukh, communication is communication is really important, or we need communication skills. Or I am bad at English. Can I manage? Yes, you can manage. No issues. Happily you can manage. If you have good communication skills, it will help you to grow. If you don't have good communication skills, it don't stop you to jump into the IT. If you really think skills are that much important, just go back and see how many of your friends are having that much good communication skills and what they are doing now. Because your friends are entering. If they are entering, why you can't? Just a try. They are trying, they succeeded, they are doing the work now. That's it. You have to try. You will be succeeded. So communication skills are not mandatory. Just of course, nowadays everyone can understand the English, everyone can reply in the English. That's it. If you have good Shanmukh, if I have good skills, yes, managers. Remember one thing: if you want to, if you want a good growth, if you have a good communication skills, they'll give you the chance. Even though technically, if you are not that much strong, that's why if you see managers and all, they are very good at communication, because you have to always talk to the US clients. If your accent is good, if your English is good, then only they will give you the chance to go to the next level, managers, leads and all. As leads, managers will always talk to the clients. If your English is not good, clients will get a bad impression, because clients will give money to us. Correct? Clients will give money to the company. So always we have good communication, even though technical. That's why sometimes if you see, maybe some of you are already working, your friend doesn't have any good strong knowledge and all, but she'll be your boss, she'll be your manager. How? Only with the help of communication skills. So technical with the communication, you will be in the next level. Only technical knowledge, okay, no problem at all. You can survive in the IT, no issues. Okay, so communication skills are not mandatory. Simple. If you are trying to develop, it will help you to go to the next level, guys. Okay. So exercises every session. After the topic, I'll give you some exercises. Okay. And these exercises are kind of interview questions, interview related scenarios. Okay. And will help you to improve your technical skills and all, will help you to explore the things and all. So exercise also I'll give after the topic. I'll give the exercises, guys. So I'll track it. Speaker series depends upon the availability of the speakers. Generally, in every batch, I'll try to call few speakers, not immediately at the end of the sessions. One manager will come, one HR manager will come, one technical manager, one HR manager will come. They will share their experiences. HR manager will share their experience related to the, okay, resume, how they'll shortlist the resumes, the challenges, what generally, how they'll get to know the candidate is fake, okay, what kind of tips they will follow, how BGB will work, will be discussed by HR manager. And sometimes technical manager, how they will shortlist, because when technical manager shortlists the resume, then only HR manager will initiate the process. The technical manager, how they will assign the work, what they will do in case if the candidate is fake. So these things will be discussed by technical manager. And the 3 students from previous batches who cracked the jobs, okay, who have multiple offers in their hands, how they cracked, what kind of efforts, what kind of challenges they faced. So I'll try to welcome 5 people. Again, depends on their availability. Okay. If they are not available, I'll only take those sessions. Okay. If they are available, of course, I'll try to give as much as I can, as best as I can. If they are not available, I'll only take those sessions also. Okay. So that is a speaker series. Azure SQL DB, as I said, Azure SQL DB, once this is completed, Azure SQL DB will be started. Okay. And then another trainer will be there. His name is Vishal. Vishal will take care of the Azure SQL DBA guys. Shanmukh, any certifications we need generally for SQL DBAs? We have a certification called DP300, Data Protection 300. So in that DP300, you will have on-premises and cloud also. So both will be included in the DP300. Shanmukh, is it important, mandatory? It's not mandatory, it's important. Good to have. Imagine every company, what they will do, they will call 3 people. Of course, they will call 10, 20 people for the interviews. Okay. Finally, after 2, 3 rounds, 2, 3 people will be there. They will shortlist these 2, 3 people till final round. In the final round also, they will compare the packages, they will check the flexibility, relocation, who is best. Out of these two, who is best, who is having good knowledge and all. They will select one guy and the other guy will be always a standby guy. So that's why sometimes even though you did well, okay, even though you did well, sometimes you will not select because they might take you as a standby position. Sometimes if the first guy, if he is not accepting the offer due to some package issues and all, again they cannot start the process from the beginning, right? So there will be always a standby candidate will be there. So in comparing first and second, if you have certification, they will give you the preference. Okay. And from the US side, especially from the US side, if you have certifications, definitely it is mostly US clients will try to select certified DBAs. Okay. So if you have certification, it's good, but if you don't have, it's not bad. Okay. Job preparation, what we have to do after the course, these things, how to prepare for the job after the course, how to apply for the job, how to prepare the resume, how to get the job, techniques, tips to shortlist the resumes, how to build a career after getting the job. Once you are into the company, how to get the good recognition, how to build a career based on your recognition and all these things also will be covered, okay, at the end of the SQL DBA course. And of course, okay, we have the channel. I don't know, most of you know, I guess. Maybe you might came from different platforms like Telegram or from the friends. Okay. If you don't know, we have our YouTube channel, SOS University. Okay, you can just go to that SOS University. There you can see some of the playlists that we have already uploaded. Okay. So simply just go to YouTube and type SOS University Society of Software Engineers, and you can just go to the playlists. There you can see, okay, the playlist. This is the previous batch playlist. Shanmukh, we can see 18 videos. 18 videos. Does it include the whole course? No, not at all. Okay, I'll upload maybe 10, 20%. Okay. Depends upon the batch and all. So it is how it will go. You can just go through the playlists and all. I'll create, this is batch 59, right? You can see batch 59, batch 58, batch 57, batch 56, batch 55. So I'll create a batch 60 also. I'll upload, okay, the videos. Of course, you will get a direct access to the Google Drive. I'll upload here also. Okay. So you can see the sessions in the YouTube. Okay, guys. So this is how it will be for the first 2, 3 weeks. Okay. So now, just in case if you are not, just subscribe to the channel SOS University, And I'll give you the form for the registration. It is important. So in that you will have Gmail ID and all. You have to provide your Gmail ID, your contact details and all. Then you are going to get the videos, notes, softwares and all. So this I'll give you maybe after the next class. I'll give you. Okay, and packages. Generally, these questions people will have in the beginning, right? So packages, how much package I can expect, Shanmukh? Okay, in the beginning, maybe you can expect 6 to 7 lakhs, 3 years of experience. If you have 3 to 4 years of experience, you can expect in between 6 to 7 lakhs. If you have 4 to 5 years of experience, you can expect in between 8 to 10 lakhs. If you have more than 5 years of experience, you can expect 9 to 12 lakhs. More than 6 years, you can expect 13 to 15 lakhs. More than 6, 7 years, you can expect 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs. And few of our students settled with a 24 lakhs package also. 24 lakhs. Sometimes for 6 years itself, they will give 22 lakhs. For 7 years itself, they will give 24 lakhs, 30 lakhs also, I know. But again, don't demand the package. Shanmukh said, okay, 24 lakhs we can ask. I'm not saying we can ask 24 lakhs. Some of the students, they tried having multiple offers. So first always get one offer with a reasonable offer, reasonable salary and all. Then if you have one offer in your hand, you can try better, right? Maybe, of course, money, everyone wants money, right? You can try for the better offer. That doesn't mean you can do the horse trading and all. What is meant by horse trading? Horse trading. Just showing one offer for the better offer. Okay, so if they came to know that you are doing horse trading, they don't release the offers and all. Nowadays, they also not giving time HRs. Earlier, they used to give 1 month time. Okay, they used to release the offer before a month, and for joining, they used to give 1 month. Nowadays, fatafat, first day, first round, second day, second round, third day, HR round, fourth day, documentation, fifth day. Okay, offer discussion, sixth day, they will release the offer, seventh day, you have to be in the role. So 1 week is enough to change your life. Just 1 week. Just 1 week, guys. Imagine till yesterday, you are depending on the parents. They are sending 10,000 rupees for you. Suddenly, in a week, some of our students settled with 1 lakh package. For the first month itself, their package is 1 lakh, 1.2, 1.5. So just 1 week is enough to change. But you have to struggle for 2, 3 months. If you are good at least SQL DBA, Azure SQL, you can easily learn. Okay, so just give me 2, 3 months of your time. Definitely, you will get good package. You will be settled in a good position, guys. Okay, so this is how it will go, and I hope you have my number. This is my number 9902590140. I am going to paste it in the chat. If you don't have, just you can ping me. I can see some new faces here. Okay, so just ping me the chat. So in case if you have any questions, doubts, okay, we can discuss. Don't think only in the meeting we can discuss. If you stuck while practicing also, you can send me a screenshot. Okay, once I am free, mostly I'll be in the interviews. Once I am free, I'm going to help you guys. So that is all about for the first day, first class. Next session means today evening 7 p.m. IST we have session. So we'll discuss technical related things and all. Are we good, guys? Any questions, doubts so far, please? Do you think am I missing something? I hope whatever questions generally students will ask, I tried adding all those questions in this. Okay, if you still feel that I'm missing something, just let me know. And you can give your suggestions. The classes are too fast. Okay, something like that. If you feel, just give the suggestions, guys. As per your suggestions, also, we can change it. Questions, doubts? No?
Sir,
Yes, yes, please.
I think no, sir.
No, okay.
No question.
Okay. Apsar, Bhagya, Banu, Deepak, Gauri, Jayashree, we provide interview questions. Yes, 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 Shiva, you will get the interview questions. Separate notes, you will get it with interview questions and answers.
Sir, one more question I have. The notes will be material part. Can you give all at a time or you give
No, as per the topic,
week?
as per the topic, I'll give.
Okay, sure, sure.
Yeah.
What about course fee, sir?
That will be discussed, okay, in the WhatsApp. Just ping me in the WhatsApp, yeah.
Okay.
Purnachandra, I guess you have my number, right? Earlier also, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I
okay.
spoke with you.
Yeah. So I can see new faces, Deepak Swantake and Muttu Selvam, Omkar Mule, and Sai Siri. Sai Siri, who is Sai Siri? Is Shiva, Subhash Chandu, Vishnu, Gidipalli or Gidipalli? That is Vishnu.
Hey, hi Shanmugh. This
Hi,
is
hi.
Tirupa wife actually. You
Okay,
guys
okay,
have
okay. Tirupa.
spoken.
Yeah, Tirupa Reddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it, yeah.
Shanmugh, Vishnu this side.
Yeah, Vishnu.
Yeah, actually, I referred with one person from your side, Ashok. His name is Ashok.
Ashok. Oh,
He
okay.
just
Got it.
shared me the link to join the classes.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. And Jyotish Yadav. Jyotish Yadav and Muttu Selvam.
So for Jyotish, I
Sai.
only referred.
Oh, okay, Purna. That's fine. Muttu, right? Kartika, Muttu. Guys, again, please interact too, okay? And one more thing, in the IT, okay, there is no sir, madam kind of culture. So you can call anyone, including you also with the name, okay? We don't call anyone like sir and madam. In the maybe you will get the calls from the HRs and all. You will be interact with the technical leads in the interviews and all. Don't call anyone as sir and madam. That is the first thing that you have to remember, guys. In the IT, there is no sir, madam culture. Okay, just CEO also will refer with a name only. Direct name, no issues. Don't think, okay, it's a bad kind of thing. It's a culture of IT. So if CEO also will directly call as a, with their names only. Okay, so there is no, so please be habituated for that, because the way that you are talking also they might catch you. So that's why Shanmukh, okay, there is no sir kind of thing. Muthu, you are trying to say something? Yeah.
No, bro. Actually,
My number, right? I hope everyone is having my
I get
number.
it from a YouTuber.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Yes. I
So if you don't have my number, just post it in the chat. You can just copy paste and you can just ping me in case if you don't have a number. Use the same meeting link for today evening also. Okay, until I notify, use the same meeting link, guys. And if you don't have any questions, that's it for now. Are we good?
Yes, Shanma.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet again today evening 7 p.m. IST, for US people tomorrow morning 9:30 EST. Every class I'll tell you US timings and IST timings, guys. For Indians, today evening 7 p.m. IST. For US people, those who are connecting from the US, tomorrow morning 9:30 EST. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. See you again. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.